Yes, guys, how's everybody doing? Back him or blow it? Guys, please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Look, before we get into the main part of the video, where look, it's got to be spoken about. I'm afraid it does. It's so important. But look, let's talk about the game yesterday a bit more because yeah, what a fantastic performance from Spurs there, and wasn't it great to see Spurs actually have a go at City and not just go there with the low block, counter attacking football. We went there, we pressed, we were organised, good structure throughout the side, some fantastic performances. And we didn't make it easy for City at all. Not easy thing to do to go to City and press like we did, but we had the physicality to match City, the work rate, the desire, and Frank's tactical plan. The team pulled it off, and look, players were committed. Flying in with blocks and intercepting passes. Haaland got just bullied off the ball by Romero. Um, City ran out of ideas, didn't they? Really, they even threw on 4 or 5 players, quality players came on the pitch, and unfortunately, they couldn't make any difference either. And Spurs held strong. And look, a wonderful performance at the City ground. And look, these are very encouraging signs for us fans. I know it's early, don't want to get too carried away and all of that. But look, it was great to see the team perform so well. Players like Richarlison working so hard. Saw the last few games has been excellent, hasn't he? Really important to how Frank wants to play with his pressing from the front, and he's got the legs to get back and defend. And yeah, he was involved in both goals against City. Fantastic stuff. Kudos again. Such quality on the ball, but also his defensive work as well was brilliant. Really helping out Porro when Doku came on, and then Spence as well. Another fantastic performance at left back. Didn't let their City winger past him. Yeah, he's great on the one-on-ones, isn't he, with attacking players, and he can get forward as well. So many performances yesterday that you could think, well, yeah, you deserve man of the match, Paulinho. What a warrior in that midfield, eh? He is some strong player. He don't mess about, does he? He tackles, he gets his body in the way. He scored a goal, and what a difference a player like him has made alongside Bentancur, who seems to be, playing so well. As he's just good on the ball, keeping it moving, and that partnership there with Sarr ahead of them is doing really well right now, especially in these type of games where you're going to have to be defensively strong and disciplined. And yeah, Frank has got it right. And then and another thing with these kind of new signings, right? Especially Kudos and Paulinho. This is the thing: when you buy first team ready-made players, they're ready to go. Yeah, there's no settling in time. They're there. They're ready to go. They're good to go. They don't need time, and that's the difference when you buy these type of players. Obviously, it helped that both had Premier League experience, of course, but they've settled right in, and they've really helped this side. And with Frank's planning, his tactical management, look, City had chances. Don't get me wrong; they could have scored, but they didn't, and we took our goals very well. So really encouraging signs to see in Frank's second Premier League game: 2 clean sheets, 5 goals, and sitting near the top of the league. And look, now as a fan, you're kind of looking forward to the next one, right? After the season we had last year with all those defeats, we felt helpless, but now we've got more belief. Us fans now, because when you go to City and put in a performance like that, we saw them play really well against PSG as well in the Super Cup. And look, it's good. It's good signs. But the worry for me, guys, and I'm sure for most of the fan base, is that it may look good now, but once we start playing 2 games a week, we start getting injuries to key players. We haven't got another player like Kudos, have we? Or Paulinho. You could say in a minute, have we got a box-to-box midfielder like Sarr who can perform like that? I don't think we do. A player like Bentancur, I don't know. Basuma maybe. He doesn't seem to be in favour. Maybe he'll be moved out the club. But it's all about strength in depth, quality strength in depth, not just any old player on the bench. You need quality strength in depth, and that will really help us this season. Now, great, we got Paulinho in, great, we got Kudos in. Um, but when all these competitions start going, injuries happen. We're clearly lacking some top attacking talent, especially that creative midfielder, left winger. Look at Johnson; he gets goals. He's doing well in that sense, but he doesn't offer a lot else throughout the match. But Johnson has become a very important player to this team, and you've got to admire his finishing and his goal scoring touch. He's in the right place at the right time, and he continues to score important goals. He got the winner for Spurs. What I know is a deflection or own goal, but he was there to help the ball into the net in the Europa League final. He got an important goal against City yesterday. He continues to score, and look, he will have a good part to play under Frank this season, no doubt. But we need more in that attacking lineup. Look, we all know this. Everybody knows this. I know we've had failed signings of Morgan Gibbs White and Eze. There's another rejection from another club today. I don't read too much into these reports right now after what's been happening this summer transfer window. But again, Spurs are not able to bring in these 2 players, which will really help Frank in his team. So look, obviously, we could have an injury-free season, right, and get away with it. But the players that are going to be coming in after that, first maybe 14, 15 players, they are either young, not good enough, and it is a real concern. The drop off from some of those first team starters to what we've got coming off the bench. And look, there's all these competitions to play. We need strength in depth, quality. But we can't get all the signings done in this window. It is a bit of a project under Frank. We've got to give him time. It's going to take him, maybe 3 or 4 transfer windows to get that team that he's really happy with. Many players have got to be shifted out. But this is now over to the board to deliver in this transfer market, because if we do get injuries, loss of some of these top players in important moments throughout the season, like we've seen in previous seasons, that's when we'll fall away. Obviously, I hope not, and I hope that Frank finds solutions, and I'm sure he will. But my concern is that if they do not bank Frank and his team properly in this window by delivering 2 more ready-made first-team players, we could see familiar failures. We've had fantastic managers here at this club in the past. We've had managers who've started well, yeah, but as the season goes on, the team fall away or fall short due to that lack of quality and strength in depth. So look, the board must deliver in this transfer window with the remaining but it's not long now, 7 or 8 days left. Yeah, it's desperate stuff, but they got to pull a couple of rabbits out of the hat to improve this squad going into this season. It's like a fantastic start under Frank, for some really encouraging signs of what he's managing to get his message across to the team so early. And it should only improve over time, right? Are we going to see that level of commitment and desire from Spurs week in, week out? They showed it definitely against City at the weekend. Are they going to show it game in, game out? Because if we do, we've got a fantastic chance this season to have a really good season. But again, the board must deliver with these signings. Do not leave Frank short. Do not blow it. It's a fantastic opportunity now that we have a coach. We've got a manager who's got astute tactics, knows how to organise a side. There's a lot to like about Frank and how he's shaping up this team. Um, so, guys, give us your thoughts, give us your comments. You know, we all know what the board need to do. They do need to deliver. 100% they do. And look, let's just hope they do deliver. And if they don't, you know, I'll be kind of like, well, you know, another missed opportunity for Spurs to really push on this season. And look, it's just what seems to be one big struggle, doesn't it, in the transfer window? You know, so look, I'm really divided with how I feel right now about the club because I'm seeing what Frank is doing. I'm seeing these performances of the players. There's people talking now that they think this squad is a lot better than what we think it is. You know, we had an awful season last year, finishing 17th, and a lot of people are convinced that this squad is better. Maybe that's the case. It's too early to say, but it will all fall down to that quality that we have coming off the bench. And if we don't have it throughout the season, we suffer some injuries. Yeah, we'll look back at that window and think, you know, you could have gone out, um, um, Levy and the board. You could have gone out and given this team and a manager 2 or 3 more players, and that could have been a massive difference to get us up that league as high as possible. Try and get in those Champions League spots. Try and win a cup. So I'm all over the place. I'm really happy about how the football's going right now, but I'm still really, really unhappy with the board, knowing that, you know, they're probably going to leave Frank short, which is just so frustrating. They messed up with the Eze deal, and they messed up, well, you know, with the Morgan Gibbs White deal. But some will say, well, Spurs did that were near, but the Forest chairman pulled the plug. Eze, he wanted to go to Arsenal all day long, but Spurs could have done a lot better with that and got him in sooner in the window, and not all this messing about. And Spurs have messed about the whole summer transfer window. They haven't got them signings in before the start of the season. Um, we've been quite lucky because Frank has come in and you know, he's got it going um, quicker than I expected, and maybe he will improve a lot of these players in this squad throughout the season. And yeah, he may surprise us. It's all too early, really, to kind of give that expectations until we see that end of the transfer window and we just watch a bit more of Frank's football. And you know, it's not always going to go our way. We're going to come across some tricky opponents who, you know, they're going to sit back. They're going to have quality in attack. You know, it's not always going to be straightforward like it seemed at the weekend and against Burnley. We're going to face some challenges, and you know, we need quality in that forward line. You know, think of that about this. If we had better finishers in that team, we would have run away with it against City, wouldn't we? We just lacked it, that kind of clinicalness in the final third. I would say, you know, we got it close, but just didn't have that. Oh, I don't know what it's called. You know, when people they just know where the goal is, they put it away, um, kill the game. You know, we just don't have it, do we? They work hard. Frank's system is getting a lot out of them, but you need to buy top quality to really help us this season. But guys, anyway, myself and Nige Purecois will be back on Beyond the Lane Tuesday night with guests. Please come down and give us a watch. All of about this sort of stuff will be discussed. The City game, the board, what's going to happen in the transfer window in the final days of it. Yeah, lots to get into as it is at Spurs, but to end it on a positive note, fantastic win against City, and yeah, let's just hope it continues. Guys, please leave your comments, leave your thoughts, and as always, come on, you Spurs.